Welcome to AAUW Conversation and Connection. AAUW stands for the American Association of University Women, and today it's a sunny, beautiful day, and so happy to be here. And I think, like Jimmy Fallon, I'm going to start numbering it. So this is number 5. Just thought of that in the middle of the night for some reason. But anyway, I want to thank ACTV, which is Auburn Community TV, and Phil, our main editor and wonderful person. I want to thank Susan Rushton for giving AAUW the idea to have a show as a platform to get our name out there a little more often, to encourage people to know more about us. We are involved in our community, so this is another way of getting to know us. I have a few cleanup details, or segue, if you will. February is a wonderful month, and we have some special dates coming up, and I want to review them with you before we get started in today's topic. So Sunday is the most eventful day of the year. It's the Super Bowl. It's only sad, and you don't have to watch it because my beloved Niners are not in it.
Oh.
I know. But Philadelphia and Kansas City are, so there you go. Monday the 13th, AAUW has a standard meeting. It's at 1:30 in the afternoon. It is in the library Beecher Room in Auburn. We'd love to have people drop in and talk to us. What we're going to talk about, per the program, folks, we're going to talk about some other ideas for programs, meaning maybe theater group or something like that. I'm not as familiar with the topic this time, but do come in 1:30 Monday the 13th if you have a chance. Okay, the next special day, Valentine's Day on the 14th. Don't forget to wear red and thank your sweetheart for being there. And on Monday the 20th, it's President's Day, and it's a holiday, so don't plan on doing your banking or getting mail that day. Okay, so one of the missions for AAUW is raising funds for scholarships for young women and girls out of high school, over at Sierra College, re-entry women, and our other educational thing is for the Tech Trek girls, which are girls between 7th and 8th grade. And so those funds have to be made, and our most important fundraiser is our Trivia Bee. Most of you have probably heard of our Trivia Bee. We used to be known for chocolate tasting, and then it was Trivia Bee. We added scavenger hunt this time. So they're community involved issues. And we are back this year after missing 3 years for the Trivia Bee due to COVID restraints. And so we are very excited to start earning some more money for our wonderful scholarship programs. So my guest today is Susan Rushton, and she is the Queen Bee, and we're going to talk about that'll make sense in a few minutes. I have to admit, Susan is the one that I thanked earlier in this program, and she has her own show, so she's in a reverse role today.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous about that. I mean, she's my mentor,
good.
Right?
Good.
So hopefully, though, we'll have fun with this, talking about our Trivia Bee and how that's been going, and so we're excited about that. I do want to welcome you.
Thank you.
And like I said, a little nervous because you are someone I've always
done
looked up
this
to.
so many times.
I know, she has. Maybe not Massey.
No.
So we are going to talk about our Trivia Bee.
Yes.
And starting that off, let's have a little bit of history about the Trivia Bee and you, because I did refer to you as our Queen Bee.
Okay. Well, this is our 9th bee, and if all had gone right, it would have been our 13th or perhaps 12th, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there was COVID
Yeah.
for a while, and so we couldn't do it. I believe we started in 2011 or 2012. I think.
Uh-huh.
And I had been to a similar kind of event, a Trivia Bee in down 49, visiting my sister in McCollumney Hill, And this organization, the group, I think it was a library group.
Oh.
They had their a trivia bee that had no theme, and the place was packed, and there was food, and there were questions, and some of them weren't. No, the people on stage couldn't answer. And what about you guys? What about you guys? I know. So it seemed like a good community thing. It seemed fun. It seemed raucous because there was a lot. They were having a lot of fun, and it was, people knew each other, and it was fun. So, and I came back and shared that with the board of AAUW. Why don't we do this? And I didn't know what I was getting into. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And our trivia bees have been more raucous and more silly and more entertaining than the one I saw. Mainly for a couple of reasons. Some teams dress up to the theme.
Yeah.
We did one for Hollywood, mm-hmm. and so there were people dressed up like big stars, or directors or whatever. There was something about the Western,
right? Wild Wild West.
Yeah, Wild Wild West, and there were lots of cowboy hats.
Yeah.
And if people are on a team, they can dress up, mm-hmm. and they don't have to. When the Lions have had teams, they've worn their vests, and
right.
They're on the Lions, on the Lion teams. But some people don't dress up at all, and it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
It's a fun format.
You bet.
And I was on your committee, fortunately, from the very beginning as well.
Fortunately.
We had so much fun.
Your hostess.
Yes.
Your hostess is brilliant. She is endlessly working and endlessly thinking, and she.
Where's this going?
I'm nervous when I want people to do something. I sort of, would you mind? Sharon says, do this.
I do.
And I really appreciate that. She makes no bones about it. This needs doing. Let's do it. And I'll watch you do it because she's doing other things.
We had a lot of fun in those early days trying to get our footing for the bee.
Yes.
How to make it that raucous and entertaining event, as well as a good fundraiser. Mm-hmm. Like most fundraisers and most social gatherings for service groups, it's always more time consuming and more costly than, you think you're going to make $1 million, and we were just happy the first year to break even. Yeah. I mean, we made some money, but that was our goal, just to break even that first year.
Our other goal is to make it look as if it's just
just happens.
It just happens.
Just happens.
And so forget all the work stuff we're talking about. Forget that.
Yeah. And the first 5 years that I was more involved, I have not been involved the last 5 years probably, but we decorated the gym out at ARD, mm-hmm. and that was just a hoot. But anyway,
it was a lot of work too.
It was a lot of work,
but it looked wonderful, and it was Sharon's idea.
Well, most of the time we had a lot of fun with it because I can't stand a bare wall gym. So when it was all around the world, it was a geography kind of theme. We put maps of all kinds all around every wall. The Wild Wild West, we had the high school do murals, and they did wonderful. The art department out at Placer High did these murals on these big butcher block papers, and they were stagecoach wagons and trains, and it was really quite beautiful.
Yes.
So it's been fun to, segue into that. And our past themes have included, our first one was flowers, fauna, and fools.
Yeah.
And so the fools was kind of more of the...
Because it was close to April Fool's Day.
Right, right. That's how... And we, not knowing anything, we were just kind of going with that and had balloons, I think, for decorations and all that. So...
Ew!
I know, I don't like balloons. But one of our lovely people that we have since lost, Connie, yeah. Was it Connie? She loved balloons, and so how can you break someone else's heart just because you don't like balloons? But anyway, so Susan, now we kind of talked a little bit about our past. Other themes included Wild Wild West, Hello Hollywood,
yes,
Animal, Vegetable, Mineral, which I thought, what am I going to do with that? But it turned out to be quite pretty. It was one of my favorite ones, actually. We did rock and roll or something like that. We did Red, White, and Blue.
Animal, Vegetable, Mineral.
And Red, White, and Blue was down at the State Theater.
Yeah.
We changed up the venue that year. So we've had some interesting themes, and that kind of guides the teams to, if they want to research, and some people do, it gives them an idea of where the questions are going to come from.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that theme. It's just not a blanket, we're going to ask you anything. So that brings me to a question for you on how this all works and how the teams do work and how it makes money.
Well, it makes money for us.
Yes.
It makes money for us because teams pay for the privilege of entertaining the group, and so teams pay this year $300 if you're a team of 3. Each person pays $100, and that includes dinner and a drink ticket, and yes, $300 sounds like a lot of money, but this is a fundraiser, and you've been to other fundraisers, and so that's the point of a fundraiser. You want to have a good time, and you want to do good. So that's how much it costs. And if you're interested in being on a team, you can log on to auburn-ca.aauw.net, and there you will find information about the Trivia Bee, and you can find out how to pay for a team and get onto a team, or you can give me a call, 530-878-7938, and I'll send you some stuff, and I'd be delighted to do that.
And then you're to send us the money, because I've told Susan over these past dozen years, it's not a team till we see the money.
Yeah.
So I'm the bad guy in this.
And so am I.
And so we have promises all the time. We think, we're going to have 12 teams, and
or
5 come through,
or 20.
Right? So our goal is always 20 teams, because that kind of fits in the staging of things, right?
Yes.
And then there's tiers of questions, not harder or easier, because they're kind of mixed up, but we have 3 different tiers that they're going to be asked.
No, 2.
Only 2?
Yes.
Okay,
2.
With one break in the middle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Prior to the whole event is dinner.
Yes.
And it has been catered by Laura Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I believe it's Penguins is going to cater our dinner. Anyway, so we want everybody to come out and be teams.
Yeah.
So I had the pleasure of going to the Historical Society, another great little group, and I was all set to get up and do the spiel.
They would argue with you. We are not a great little group.
We're a big
group.
group.
A great big group.
And they're delightful, and they know so much about Auburn. It's fascinating, and so I was all set to do a little spiel on the Trivia Bee and getting teams. Well, lo and behold, it was all done for me. I had 4 teams in that room, and Mike and Jim Holmes are on a team with Cindy Gustafson.
Yes.
And I don't know that we've seen the money.
They've always been
Yes.
on teams together.
Jim and Mike have always been a team.
Yeah.
So he said, Sharon, I'm already a team. And so I said, good. And then Delana and Ann Rude are on a team with Carol Francis. So they have already been established.
Uh-huh.
And then our last year's, 3 years ago winner, if you win the Trivia Bee, by the way, we keep scores, you get the next year free. So you might get a deal for $300. You might get 2 Trivia Bees in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, our last time the winner was Diane Fishburne, and she has already wanting to do, she doesn't want her free team, she wants a table for her folks.
And
so.
she doesn't want us to talk about it.
I know,
because
but I already did.
It's kind. Okay.
She's sweet.
Yeah.
And so anyway, her team is there because it's the last time's winner. And then, but she's also going to support us in a different way, which is sponsorship through buying tables or donations of stuff. So we really want this to come back with a strong presence after being gone for a while.
And I would like to talk about how it used to be and how it is now.
Okay.
We used to have 3, I guess, sequences, and at the end of each sequence, if you didn't have enough points, you had to leave the stage.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten that.
And we realized that, and the same thing happened at the end of the second round.
Yeah.
And then we looked around in the audience, and if people had left the stage, then their family and friends also left the room. So there was nobody at the end with one group there, or 2 or 3. There wasn't much in the audience. Ooh, we've got to stop this.
Right.
We want to keep people having a good time. So everybody stays on until the end. Now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a great change.
Yes. It's wonderful. People are always there. Also, we at the end of the first round, teams get a chance to bet on how many.
I think it's like double your points on a question or something like that.
Well, the last question, each team has the opportunity to bet all, some, or none of their points.
Okay.
So if you're right, whoa, wonderful. And if you're wrong, you lose that number. But this gives those with fewer points the possibility of pulling ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you aren't really, oh, look at this. What difference does it make? Oh, no.
And Susan, I kind of had forgotten that, but not totally, because I'm a gambler, so it always made sense. But anyway, right? Super Bowl, remember, most important day.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so fun. You see teams, because we kind of have this scoreboard.
And their scores
so we can see
are always up.
Yeah, and so we can see where the 20 teams lie. So maybe your team's at number 8 and somebody else in the lead is 14. So they might come along on this next question and bet 6 to take over some of the lead. The lead people may want to pump it up, or anyway, it does shift a little bit depending on how that betting goes.
Yeah,
and it's really a fun thing to add.
Yes.
So, okay, let's get down to this year's theme. We talked about themes.
Yes. Okay. This year's theme is her story instead of history. Her story. And we were scheduled in 2020 to do this, and that was our theme, her story in 2020. Guess why? Because, give up. This 2020 was the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, when Congress said that white women voting was legal, and it hadn't been before, and that was just the beginning. And so the questions. So that we're still celebrating that. We are still thrilled. I love voting for many reasons, but one of them is I do it because there were so many women for so long who couldn't.
Right.
So the questions will focus on women who made history, as well as people of all genders who are still making history and encouraging equal rights. And equal rights have no gender. So it's not just women, you men who are really concerned, oh my God, what am I going to do? But it's people who are lifting others up. That's what this is all about. Women and men.
I think that's great, but it's her story.
Yes.
Not his story, her story.
Mhm.
I thought that was a clever, I think Colleen Conley did that. She's so clever. How much time do we have, Phil?
9 minutes.
9 minutes, perfect. So.
Oh, what a good idea.
I know.
Wonderful.
I am going to ask Susan and her teammate Phil, who you can't see but you'll hear him, a few trivia questions from past Trivia Bees.
Oh, good.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I may get into others, but that's for now. And so, just to have fun and give you an idea of how the questions kind of run, I've just brought a sampling. So our first B was flowers, fauna, and fools. So Susan, Phil, here's your first question. What was originally housed in Auburn's current city hall?
It's a school, the elementary school.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, Auburn Grammar School. So
Okay.
yeah, you would get credit for that.
That's why the park
points.
in the below is called the School Park Preserve.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, Susan, you're so good. Okay, well, she's so good. What is California's official state rock?
Gold?
It should be, huh?
Yeah, granite.
Granite?
Granite?
No. Well, I don't know. The answer, according to this, is serpentine. Serpentine?
I don't know.
That's not volcanic or granite. It's a greenish kind of a rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our official state
That was what was asked in 2012. She did date it for
Okay.
us. I don't know. Okay. Wild Wild West was our second theme in 2013.
John Wayne.
John Wayne. No, that's the answer. No. Okay. If you woke up in the Wild West and found yourself in a calaboose, where were you?
Oh, I don't know.
Phil?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Ding,
Not
ding,
a
ding, ding, ding.
clue. No.
You were in jail.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
A
Yeah.
calaboose?
A calaboose. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
Calaboose?
a
Calaboose? I don't know.
It's C-A-L-A boose.
Calaboose.
Calaboose.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, who was president of the United States during the California Gold Rush? 1849, that might help you.
It wasn't Lincoln.
No.
No.
I don't know.
And the first 15 presidents before Lincoln are a little harder. We all know about the first 4 or 5,
It was
but
the
that
president before Lincoln. No.
maybe, I think 1 or 2. Anyway, the answer is James Polk.
No.
President Polk.
I mean, yes, but Polk wasn't right before Lincoln. I don't think. I don't know.
No, I think
bad.
okay, we got to do the math. President Lincoln was 1861,
Okay.
and so for increments, it was 49. So there's somebody in between him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
that might be another question someday. But anyway, I don't know what the answer. Okay, again in the Wild Wild West from 2013. What is the longest river entirely in the state of California?
The American River.
Phil says
San
American River.
Joaquin.
San Joaquin River, American. Entirely in the state of California is the Sacramento
Okay,
River.
I was gonna think
Oh.
that. I thought that.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. Okay.
Okay. Hello Hollywood. I don't have every year. Hello Hollywood actually was our 4th Trivia Bee. Before I ask the next question, I do want to do a disclaimer. I'm not doing anything from this year, nor would Susan and I ever see questions from this
No.
year, because we are on a team.
We're on a team together.
We're on a team with the other Susan Roughgarden who has done this show.
You'll
and we're
note-
going to note that we're the S's.
We're the S's.
E-S-S.
Sharon,
yes.
Susan, and Susan. The S's.
S's. Okay. So come out and root for us. That's going to be next month's trivia talk. We're going to continue it and talk about how you can become a guest. So, okay, going back to questions just for these two. Hollywood in 2015, Hello Hollywood was our theme. Who was the first star placed on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Oh,
Susan's gonna hit herself because
Charlie Chaplin.
she's a silver screen. She
Yeah.
should
Yeah,
she should do
she should.
what
fascinatingly
makes
well.
me think is Charlie Chaplin.
No,
Oh.
are you ready?
Yes.
It's an odd answer. Joanne Woodward.
Really?
Really, we might
Oh,
have
that-
to verify
oh,
that.
really?
But yeah, I know that's what I know. How about that? Yeah. What classic movie included the line, "Badges, badges"? I ain't got to show you no stinking badges.
And
Come on, Phil.
Blazing Saddles.
No,
No.
but that has good lines in it
I
too.
can't remember.
Oh, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
No.
No, you're close though. These
Not
guys
very.
are not going to win this year's
No,
Trivia
we're
Bee.
not.
No.
No.
Okay. Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Yes.
All right.
A wonderful movie. A wonderful movie. I showed it once, maybe twice, and I might show it again.
Okay, rock and roll was our theme in 2017. In what city is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame located?
Detroit.
I don't know.
That makes sense, but they put down here Cleveland.
Damn.
I know,
Alright.
Motown makes sense to me.
Yeah.
We might have to check that answer too. Maybe I've got faulty questions and answers.
I hope not.
I know, I hope not either. Who was known as the fifth Beatle and was also the Beatles' original drummer?
Pete somebody.
Phil, can you help her out?
Cannot.
Pete Best.
Oh, but she was close.
She
Yeah.
was very close. She
You
gets
got
half a point. Half a point.
There you go.
Half a point. All right. In 2018, our theme was red, white, and blue. Name Paul Bunyan's Blue Ox.
Babe.
Boom.
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 Boom. Yeah, Babe is correct.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Okay, and I think this maybe one last question or two. What was the name of Snow White's sister?
Eloise.
She just made that up.
Gretchen.
Gretchen, another
Good.
made up name.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Snow White's sister's name was Rose Red.
Snow White.
Just
Rose Red.
Rose
Yeah.
Red.
Oh,
Okay,
right, all right.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, in 2019, our theme was food and grog, or something like that. Let's see, do I want to see? Okay, so in what year did our local Joanne Neft start the Mountain Mandarin Festival?
I don't know.
Because we are kind of known for our mandarins.
Yes, we are.
Newcastle in particular, which
Yeah.
is where it was first held.
Yeah.
Any guesses, Phil? Phil is staying quite quiet off stage here.
1987.
Not bad. 1994.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, that gives you an idea of how the trivia questions go. We would love to see you all on a team. Again, Susan, they can either call you at
At 530-878-7938.
and she has an answering machine, so you can just leave a message and she will get back to you. Because our goal, like I said, is 20 teams, and we're probably halfway there.
No.
Maybe not even.
We're 6.
6.
something
Okay,
like that.
because they're not a team till they get the money.
Right.
Yes. Anyway.
Oh, how much does it cost to get in?
Oh, yes, we have to talk about
yes,
that.
It's $50 per person in advance. You need to buy your tickets at, let's see, both Roper's Jewelers at downtown on Lincoln Way and North Auburn near Bel Air. Or you can buy them, approach and if you know an AAUW person, and they should have tickets, and if they don't, they can get them. Or you can log on to, again,
Thank you.
auburn-ca at aauw.net, and there's information on the right side of the web page. I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever way you guys are. Yeah. If you're an X-ray, the right's the left, and okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just goofy today, I guess. I don't know. I do want to thank all of you for listening to us. I do want to thank Susan and getting our Trivia Bee started those years ago and being ahead of the teams. We are going to continue more discussions, more questions next time with our other organizer, Carol Hockmeister, and we will talk more about how you can become a guest at that time, and it's $50 for a guest.
55 at the door.
At the door, yeah. So we will continue this discussion, review it, have information out there for you. The real focus today was trying to get our teams there, and we all want you to be teams. It really is kind of a fun thing. Oh, who's our MC?
Oh my goodness! That was the last thing I had on my paper. Dave Rosenthal, whom I adore. He's a wonderful guy, a great MC. He has promised to join us again this year. He's done it, I think, every year.
There was a couple years we didn't have it worked out, but he has been around a long time with us.
Yeah.
We do adore him, and I adore you, and I adore Phil, and I adore all of you who are listening to us, and I want you to take good care until next time, and come join us as a team at the Trivia Bee. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon.
Mm-hmm.